Quezon City ay isang umanong hacker ng mga website ng ilang universidad.
Aabot sa 40 government websites ang sunod-sunod na inatake ng hacker group na Anonymous Philippines.
Good day everyone, I am Angela Tumakmol from Group 6. Today, me and my group mates will be discussing about information privacy. And we will be tackling about first, what is information privacy and how private is private, what is data privacy. Second, discuss and explain IP addresses, cookie and trusted websites, and their relationship to data and information privacy. Third, find the specific privacy policy of a specific site and highlight a portion that includes device-specific identifiers and information such as IP address, cookie information, mobile devices, and explain. And the last is cite a specific recent events where there were suspicions of compromised data or data breach. First, what is information privacy? Information privacy is the relationship between the collection and dissemination of data, technology, the public expectation of privacy, and the legal and political issues surrounding them. It is also known as data privacy or data protection. How private is private? Some individuals are much comfortable to be private in terms of information or sharing information in using internet because users wishes to keep from public viewing in terms of credit card, social security, and financial account numbers, along with passwords to websites and other venues are commonly kept private. What is data privacy? Data privacy, sometimes also referred to as information privacy, is an area of data protection that concerns the proper handling of sensitive data, including not only personal data, but also other confidential data such as certain financial data and intellectual property data, to meet regulatory requirements as well as protecting the confidentiality and immutability of the data. Roughly speaking, data protection spans three broad categories, named traditional data protection, data security, and data privacy. Ensuring the privacy of sensitive and personal data can be considered an outcome of best practice in data protection, and security with the overall goal of achieving the continual availability and immutability of critical business data.
IP addresses. An IP address is a unique address that identifies a device on the internet or a local network. IP stands for Internet Protocol, which is the set of rules governing the format of data sent via the internet or local network. In essence, IP addresses are the identifier that allows information to be sent between devices on a network. They contain location, information, and make devices accessible for communication. The internet needs a way to differentiate between different computers, routers, and websites. IP addresses provide a way of doing so and form an essential part of how the internet works. The IP address as type of a network and host identification number would fall under the definition of personal data, only if it could be linked to a particular individual. Therefore, the IP address could be considered as personal data, as in any case it allows or helps the direct or indirect identification of an individual. In order to comply with the law, each data administrator is obliged to process the IP address only when at least one of the specified eligibility conditions is present. consent of the individual, a statutory obligation, pursuit of legitimate interest, etc. Cookie. A computer cookie is more formally known as an HTTP cookie, a web cookie, an internet cookie, or a browser cookie. The name is a shorter version of magic cookie, which is a term for a packet of data that a computer receives and then sends back without changing or altering it. No matter what it's called, a computer cookie consists of information. When you visit a website, the website sends the cookie to your computer. Your computer stores it in a file located inside your web browser. To help you find it, this file is often called cookies. Since tracking cookies are used to gather information about you without your authorization, they present a real threat to your online privacy. Tracking cookies, like third-party cookies, aren't used to enhance your experience, but rather to keep track of your activity across certain websites.
Trusted website. Trusted and safe. First, double-check the URL and domain name. Make sure the website represents a trusted organization or institution, like a government agency, non-profit, foundation, or university. Such sites may include those run by government agencies, non-profit organization, foundation, or colleges. A secure website's URL should begin with HTTPS rather than HTTP. The S at the end of the HTTP stands for secure and is using an SSL or secure sockets layer connection. Your information will be encrypted before being sent to a server. Be sure to click on the lock icon to verify that a website is trustworthy. Here are some of trusted websites: YouTube.com, Yahoo News, ArsTechnica.com, CNN, News.com, New York Times, BBC, and Wired.
Third, find a specific privacy policy of a specific and highlight a portion that includes device-specific identifiers and information such as IP address, cookie information, mobile device, and explain. So for example, the privacy policy of the Facebook is privacy and the protection of personal information are fundamentally important values for Facebook. We work hard to safeguard your personal identify and information, and we do not allow people to post personal or confidential information about yourself or others. There are 3 types of mobile advertiser IDs we support for custom audiences. First is Apple's Advertising Identifier or IDFA. Second is Android Advertising IDs. And last is Facebook app user IDs. Cookies allow us to verify your account and determine when you are logged in, so we can make it easier for you to access the Facebook's products and show you the appropriate experience and features. This means that cookies help us keep you logged in as you navigate between Facebook pages.
Privacy policy contains personal information that's provided by its users. The users should be aware of reasons for collecting information on how long they will keep on your servers. Therefore, you must disclose even if you don't collect any information. The privacy policy is the similar items of contact us and the terms of conditions. This will ensure that policy is a visible visitor who wants to see your personal information. The IP address, the purpose and how it's used is to handle a connection between devices to send and to receive information across from the network. The IP address uniquely identifies every device on the internet without one, although there's no way to contact them.
A specific event that were suspensions of compromised data or data breach is the Facebook data breach in April 2019 that impacts 593 million users. In April 2019, the AppGuard CyberWest team revealed two third-party Facebook app datasets had been exposed to the public internet, one originating from the Mexico-based media company Cultura Colectiva, weighs in 146 gigabytes and contains over 533 million records, detailing comments, likes, reactions, account names, FB, IDs, and more. The same type of collection in similarly concentrated form has been cause for concern in the recent past given the potential uses of such data.
This database was leaked on the dark web for free in April 2021, adding a new wave of criminal exposure to the data originally exfiltrated in 2019. This makes the Facebook one of the recently hacked companies of 2021, and therefore one of the largest companies in 2021 to be hacked in 2021. All 533 million Facebook records were just leaked for free. This means that if you have a Facebook account, it's extremely likely the phone number used for the account was linked.